Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and this time we're talking about the Batman. It's been long awaiting from most of us. I mean, we've all been waiting to see how Robert Pattinson is going to take the mantle of the Cape Crusader. I think we were supposed to get the movie to watch back in 2021, but it's been a wait even further thanks to all reasons we all know about. But then I just watched it yesterday, the 4th of March, and my god, I have to tell you, it just blew me off my mind, man. It's like, how do I tell? If I have to actually be very honest, I'm still awestruck by the movie because even if you're a superhero movie fan or not, you should watch it according to me. It's not unrealistic or something like that, like the other Batman movies where there's a lot of action, this and that, and gadgets and all that. This movie is just clean. There's no relationship to the other movies, there are no relationship to the other stories of Batman. I don't want to include any spoilers in this video, but then all I can give is a brief on what you can expect from the movie. One thing is, it does feel like a suspense movie, like a thriller, more than just an outright action hero movie. We all know that Batman's got no real superpowers other than the human capabilities, and he's at the peak of his performance. That's what is shown here, yes. And we also know Robert Pattinson didn't build up or jack up his body just to play the role. He focused on the acting, and that is very much evident. Zoe Kravitz as the Catwoman, very sensible. It's not too much like trying to imitate a cat or something, but then just being in the role that it's supposed to be played. And my god, the penguin, this guy, he just, the way he has acted out the penguin is really cool. You can't even make out that it's him in real. It's that real good. And Paul Dano as the Riddler, he is terrifying in the movie. And again, not a spoiler, but then there's a small hint to another famous Batman villain in the movie, which is quite cool. But the way they've even portrayed that is really good. Matt Reeves has done an exceptional job, I can say. Overall, uh, you can say that even when Bruce Wayne is portrayed in the movie, we know, see, if any of us are out in the night fighting crime or something like that, what would happen the next day? We wouldn't be all bubbly and happy and taking on the day like any other person. We would be tired, we would be exhausted. That would just add to the darkness. That's actually portrayed here as a Bruce Wayne who's already having issues, and above that, he is, I mean, normally as a human, fatigued by the things he does in the night, and that's portrayed as a Bruce Wayne as well. If some would say that there's not much of a difference between the Batman and the Bruce Wayne portrayal as a person, there's a reason for that, and that is very well portrayed. It is justified. Do watch the movie, and you will get to know why I'm saying that. It's an amazing experience, and for anyone, once again, I'd like to repeat, for anyone who's not into superhero movies, I would still say go and watch it, especially if you're into horror, if you're into thriller. And I'm saying horror because the way Batman appears every time on the screen in this movie is not normal. It's not the way like how they made it look cool or someone just popping out, something like that. You hear heavy footsteps. It's in the darkness every time he shows up. It's quite cool. And there's no real mention of I'm Batman kind of a thing in this movie at all. At all. We've heard in the trailer I'm vengeance and all that. That's there, of course, that's there, but then epic. Penguin as well. We have seen him in the old movies where he's been a notorious character hopping around and all that. In this, he is notorious, but he's serious about his work when it comes to the work. Uh, the Riddler, if you had to compare it to Jim Carrey's Riddler was someone who's already established with the green suit, causing mischief and havoc. In this movie, the Riddler is just getting into form, getting his identity, so he's still a rookie, a nobody who's getting into the crime business. So that's portrayed very well. He's not having any kind of fancy suit or anything like that. He's just clean in his intentions, to be very honest with you. The Batman himself, since it is his second year of portrayal, I mean, it's portrayed to be his second year of being the Batman, he's still to get polished with everything that he needs to do. So he does take a lot of blows in many ways. This is the first time I'm seeing a Batman movie where the Batman, when he sees he's at the top of a building, when he's at a height, there's a small moment of surprise, not fear, not panic, surprise that okay, he's there, and then he makes the move from there. So everything is portrayed exactly how it's supposed to be, and we all know this is pretty much first time in history that we're seeing a Batman with the black eye makeup. Normally when the mask is off from any of the Batman, you see that the face is clean. This has gone really real, the closest to someone who would actually take up a suit. And trust me, once again, this is the third time I think I'm mentioning this, that if even if this wasn't an action hero movie, even if it wasn't a superhero movie, this is a really good thriller. The way things unfold, the way one clue moves to another one, I think it's a really good thing that they took the Riddler as the main villain here, but they also tried to include the others, and Falcone and everyone. I think it's really good. Beyond this, I don't want to say much at the moment, but then if you haven't watched it, do go and watch the movie. You wouldn't, even for a moment think that I shouldn't have watched this, I shouldn't have spent time on. It is epic for anyone who is really not into superhero movies as well. I think you should watch it. And this is one movie where I would say cinematography and direction has gone really good. We have seen in the recent times some some previous movies from DC. Even if you would say, I don't want to quote it, but then even if you say the Justice League and some movies of that sort, where you feel the whole story is being rushed, in this one it's not rushed, it's taking its time. The build up is really nice. I'm not saying it's slow, but it's just what we want to see. There's a essence of darkness to it, but then if I frankly have to be honest and compare it, the Joker movie, it was intense. It was dark in the sense that what happens to him, what he goes through. This is not exactly there to a point where you keep thinking, oh my god, what's happening? I mean, this is emotionally shattering. It's not there, but this is good as a thriller. It's a really, really good movie. What they've portrayed here is Batman being what he actually is, the best detective in the world. Even Jim Gordon played really well. But then the Penguin was shocking when you see him in real life and what he has transformed to for the role of Oz. It's amazing. Again, Robert Pattinson has, according to me, done a really great job of being the Batman. His expressions through his eyes, there's a reason why he stares like that. You watch the movie, you'll get to know. There's a reason why he's capturing everything. It's really good. So I would say, whenever you're free, just go watch the movie, enjoy it, and let me know in the comment section below how you liked it and what was your most favorite moment or part of the movie. So until next time, have fun and stay safe. See ya.